not everybody can rely on other family members to pitch in and, come up with 10 to 15,000 at least. However you want, cremation, burial with dignity, with celebration, with gathering and something meaningful. I think that that's also special too. We help them manage the money as well. Like, hey, if you put this in here, it'll grow. If you put this over here, this will grow. Thank goodness that there's something there to secure your family if that happens.
Relationships are the foundation of everything we pass down. Our values, our influence, and even how we stored resources. That's why this conversation with Amanda Kallander with Western and Southern Life is so important. We're talking about how to build authentic relationships that not only open doors today, but create a lasting legacy for tomorrow. Enjoy the show. I believe, unalignable,
Mm-hmm.
and you introduced yourself through a direct message to say, hey, I met you in this conference call meeting, and I just would love to get to know a little bit about you, about your business, and perhaps we can collaborate on just getting to know each other's platforms.
Mm-hmm.
Now, needless to say, I was looking to even have insurance policy to build on for my children. I have been looking for quite some time, and I have even, just met a few people that sold insurance. However, engagement wasn't consistent, which is
Yeah.
what I really felt I needed. That makes me feel like I'm more than just a transaction. Different small things that showed me you cared was more organic.
That's a huge compliment. Thank you. And that is my heart behind why I do what I do. I genuinely want to help people, and
Mhm.
I do want to be a part of that person's life, whether if it's a small portion or a friendship, advancing and helping them with their business. I want to see my clients thrive and succeed outside of personal, within their business as well. So
You want to share a little bit more as to who you are, how you got into your business.
I kind of navigated various different fields, various different trades, from installing toilets, landed softly in the financial investment and insurance and financial planning with an amazing firm, as you know, Western and Southern Financial Group. My grandpa, he was an entrepreneur. He started businesses, his own driving school, a sandwich shop, his own financial firm. And so my grandpa and my father did that. Life just goes so much differently if you're prepared and planned and have peace of mind. Because usually in my personal life, I like to be a mitigator of problems. I found that insurance and retirement planning just naturally fits my personality, and I'm
Okay.
passionate about it.
So
So,
when we go into just a different road, um, we sometimes get overwhelmed with all of the things that we have to learn about that new industry, the services, the products, even the people. So, how has the career choices you have made up to this point paid off in your new career in financial management?
that's a great question. So, most of what I've learned dabbling in little different things is that there are people that are truly who and what, and companies who and what they say they
Mhm.
are, and there's ones that are not like that. That has been the most important lesson along the way, is to know who can I work for that will allow me to or just even mirror my own level of integrity and value, ethically conduct business in that way, and offering things that do help people, that do benefit the client. So I think that that's helped me navigate pretty much profiling a good company or not.
And there's the stigma. I know my mom personally, every time I, I talk about planning ahead for when she will not be here, when she will not be around. And I thank God that she is.
Yeah.
It's almost like, no, don't talk about it. We don't need to talk about it because it's
Hmm.
not going to happen anytime soon. And I believe we, as you know, as African Americans, we have built in trauma from not understanding that planning doesn't mean it's going to happen today. You're just planning for what ifs and how can I make sure that my family is aware of what they need to do and what my wishes are.
Yes, exactly. I've heard people say that. Like I have had the most difficult time meeting with a gentleman to set up a retirement fund for him. It doesn't mean that there's a target on your back. It just means
Mhm.
that we are not in control of our lives. If you're someone of faith, you know that the Lord is in control of your life. My time could be tomorrow or 30 years from now. It doesn't matter. What matters is that I can turn around my entire family or protect them or keep them financially sound if I'm gone. And people
Yeah,
just put that barrier up and I cannot help them. The ones that I can help are the ones that are oftentimes, like yourself, leaders in their community, leaders in their space, their church, leaders in their families. They're doing things differently than their family. And so I think it comes down to when you meet with someone, getting to know them in that relationship, but not just overextending and being almost desperate to help somebody because you see their need and you see that you can help them. It has to be something that they want too. And a lot of the education piece is missing on various things with financial
yeah.
topics to health and wellness in general for some topics. And, I don't know if it's because they would rather support someone in their community, in their demographic that's doing the same thing, which I am totally fine with. I just don't know what's going on. I don't know where they're at. I don't know what's in their head space, how they're feeling until we have a conversation.
And that security is, like you said, life changing. Once I, you know, buckled down, signed the papers of even getting life insurance, I was just thinking, I wish I would have even done it sooner. And one thing that I will also mention is that you were really great in unfolding, hey, there's more to this account than just making your monthly payments. You actually took the time to educate me on what I can do. There was education beyond just this is what you're signing on to.
I don't sign something I don't read. I don't expect anybody else to sign something they don't read with me. I
Yeah.
want them to know exactly what's going on. In the event something does happen, and you got to know what to tell your family. You got to make them a part of the conversation. Like, this is who you call, and this is, that's why we stress so much to just even on a piece of paper write a will out. I've seen in my own family when someone doesn't leave this to certain people and they have to split it and they get all and they fight over it and then everyone's bitter towards each other and then they don't talk to each other
Yeah,
anymore.
it happens.
But yeah, I think that it's awesome that peace of mind came to you, knowing that your children will be okay.
Would you say is the recommended age where it's like, okay, this is now time for you to start planning into it?
Yeah, it's a great question. I would even go as far as to say if there's parents, if their children are 10, however old, to start doing something that pays up in 20 years and it's all paid for and they have it the rest of their lives. But if your parents didn't do that for, in your early 20s, as soon as you're 21, that's when it's the cheapest. So if you're healthy and you're working steadily and everything, it's going to be so cheap. But at the same time, I've seen, people in their late 30s like myself still having a very affordable policy as well. I think
Yeah.
honestly, before you get into your 50s and 60s, you definitely want to start looking for just the price benefit. But I think everyone should have something, obviously, because everyone needs it, I think. But When you're younger, it's definitely easier.
Let's say someone who doesn't have kids, what would be the benefit of them looking into life insurance if they don't have children, they never wanted children? I have a safety net of my 401k, if whatever need be, I can use that. What's your advice for those individuals?
That's a great question because I'm actually in that actual niche of people. I have no children, a couple of assets. I have a rental home and a couple acres of land, and I'm the only child.
Yeah.
So if something happens to me, I cannot take care of my parents, even if they have their retirement accounts, even if they have a home that they own that they could sell, assets they could sell, they don't have me there. I have a huge policy on myself because I have two parents that will need someone to take care of them. My assets will need to be handled or paid off, my mortgage or sold something. It gives them the ability to set up their retirement and their end of care the way that they want to. If they want to have someone at their house and they want to stay in their home and not have to go to a nursing home, I want my parents to win the lottery if their only child is gone because they'll have a my legacy to them. And if they live past that, I'll change the beneficiary, of course, if I get married. That's the beautiful thing about insurance is that the gift of that financial blessing is just, like I said, life changing. And so there's always somebody that can use it. There's always someone that could benefit from, I hate to say it like that, benefit from someone's death. But no, I was just saying that there's somebody somewhere that can benefit from your legacy, whether it be a family member, a friend, or even a church or a charitable organization, nonprofit. Someone can benefit from your legacy. I think it's important to not just be forgotten, but to leave a legacy somehow, you know.
I agree 110%. Now, what would you say when is there ever a time when it's too late?
To get insurance, there's all kinds of things and financial products out there. For example, ours goes up until age 80. And so it looks a little different because obviously when you get older, you're more of a risk, you know, no matter how healthy you are.
Mhm.
You know, even say in the office, the Princess Kate, she has the best healthcare, the best food, the best clothing, the best of everything. She's a princess, but she's still got cancer. Nobody's untouchable. If you're 85, 80 years old, that's a great time to start getting everything ready for your legacy. And there's still options to do that.
What would be the lasting impression that you would want your business and the character of how you handle business to be?
When I have a client, I want someone that I can partner with in their lives and be there for them when the worst happens. So my intention is to be with you the rest of my career, our lives, whatever comes first. Be there for every little milestone and stepping stone or change to help navigate that. And most people, they want to do it themselves, and that's fine. They have,
Mhm.
I can't advise someone to pull something out of their retirement, but if they have something they want to buy with that, I can't, that's their on them. But my
Yeah.
goal and my heart behind it is a long lasting relationship where I get to be a part of their financial success and peace of mind and
Mm.
help them promote them, their growth. If they have a business, a small business, promote them, partner with them somehow. But just something that's long term in the long run for many years is something I'm looking for a long term relationship with each client.
This is a purpose platform. Would you like to leave a final word of what purpose means to you and how you feel you have reached, or maybe you're moving into the journey of your purpose?
My purpose in this is to use my God given talents with empathy and servanthood and intuition to help people build their financial success, leave a legacy, take care of their families, and have peace of mind. And God's just been bringing me to people I would never have otherwise met, and such as yourself, and developed some beautiful relationships and friendships from this journey. So I think following it, surrendering your life to God's will and purpose for your life really makes what you're doing and your gifts more purposeful because it's not just for me, it's for Him too.
Amen. I think that's a great way to end this conversation. Thank you so much for just being willing and open to have a heart to heart. And please share how people can find you, email you, locate you, business hours. I mean, we got to make sure that we get as many people building their legacies with you as quickly as possible. So, how can people reach out to you?
Well, again, Maria, thank you for your beautiful heart and your giving heart for letting me have this space to talk about my passion and what I do. I see God's anointing in your life and your purpose, and I know that He's going to use you mightily with your business and what you do. As you know, I'm on Alignable. I'm on LinkedIn as Amanda Kallander for Western and Southern. I have my contact information on LinkedIn professionally on there. But yeah, I would love to connect with anybody in your network that wants to just sit down and have a conversation. We're one of the few people that never charge people for that, just to have a conversation and go through everything. So,
That's right.
yeah,
Like Amanda says, the conversation is completely free. Well, the only thing you have to spend is time.
yeah,
And I think having that be your starting point of
hmm,
investing in yourself is
yes,
taking the time to learn and educate yourself on building a legacy, not just for you, but also for your loved ones, so that if something should happen, they have a plan and you left that plan for them. That is super important. So I know I do not want to leave this space without thanking you for stepping out on faith, because taking the courage to send a DM and to say, "Hey, how you doing? I met you and I would just love to see how I can help you and your business grow." That was the starting point of how this relationship even developed to where we are now, talking about authenticity in relationships and building with intention for
yeah,
God with
yes,
purpose.
hmm,
So I thank you for taking that moment, because now, like I said, I feel I have something to leave behind for my loved ones. I no longer stress about, my goodness, what will happen. I know that I have done my part. And I think that's what we all need, is to leave the world and leave our families a better place in a better way than what we found it. So if you're on that journey, please reach out to Amanda to at least have that conversation with her.